Hey, it's Dr. Rowe here. Welcome to Dr. Rowe Property, and I am excited because I want to talk about a subject which I think if you're brand new to property or you're coming into it, you're probably wrestling in your mind with. Certainly when I run my property trainings, one of the things that happens is people say, okay, I'm getting quite excited about this. I can understand the concept of passive income. I can understand the concept of buying a buy-to-let property or a house of multiple occupation. How do I know how many properties to buy? How do you work it out, Dr. Rowe? So what I've done is I've created a video which I'm hoping is going to work, and it's going to play alongside me in a moment. And it's me going through a basic overview of how that works. So the first conversation I have with people is, what is your financial independence figure? Some people refer to it as financial security figure. Some people might refer to it as your financial freedom figure. And what we're going to do for the sake of simplicity is I'm going to talk about replacing your expenses, i.e. what are your basic outgoing costs that if that was covered, you now don't necessarily have to work, or you only have to work part-time. Now remember, I can't give you financial advice. The purpose of this is not to give you financial advice. You have to go and seek independent financial advice from an IFA if you're looking to go and do financial things with your life. However, I want to show you the numbers associated with the process. Okay, so let's press play and see if it works. Now, I did this a little while ago, and hopefully it's coming up on the screen. It is. So what I'm going to talk about first is your expenses. Let's just say somebody's got expenses of £2,500 per month. That's what they need to replace. And one of the strategies, remember, you can have several strategies going on at the same time, which could accelerate this process. But one of the strategies that they found is buying low value buy-to-let properties, i.e. 60 to say 80K type range, that produce £250 a month net cash flow. That's not the gross rent, that's gross rent minus various expenses, giving them a net of £250 per month per property. So what we do is our target then becomes divide what the cash flow is needed, i.e. the expenses, 2,500, by £250 per month per property, telling us that that person needs 10 properties to cover their basic expenses. However, we need a safety net. What if it's not filled, or a couple of them aren't filled on an occasion? Got to allow for, say, tax in there. So as a safety net, an initial target would be, say, 40% over that. So 14 properties, i.e. £3,500 per month. 3,500 a month gives them some fat, but it also allows for some slippage if some properties aren't rented out. Now, if somebody said to me, well, I'm looking at HMOs, Dr. Rowe, and it's a small 4-bedroom HMO as I've got on the screen here, that would be £500 a month, approximately. In which case, if it's £500 a month, we divide 2,500 by 500, i.e. each property, telling us that we need 5 properties to get to that cash flow target. Again, we want to build some contingency in there. So we'd be looking at somewhere in the region of 7, which would give us that extra £1,000 a month. So then the target for that investor would be to go and get 7 of these small HMOs, which we know would then produce enough cash flow plus a surplus to cover their expenses. And that's the point when people can start to make decisions like, should I give up my job? Can I step away? Can I part-time go away? Or it could be that that cash flow is used for other things like holidays or whatever you're choosing to use it for. Now, this is a bit of a left brain approach to it. There's a lot you need to get to before you go into this, but hopefully this is starting to make sense and it suddenly starts to become achievable. And certainly if you want to spend more time, go and check out, I've got a link, I think, on this video here. Come and spend a bit more time with me. I've got a free presentation that I give that really break down the key 8 steps to really making this happen. So Dr. Rowe signing out. Hopefully that was useful for those of you that are slightly mathematically minded or looking for a simpler approach to understanding how this works.